Welcome back to Extra Emerson. On today's episode, we're covering public domain and originality, following the news of an expanded Poohniverse, spanning out of several films of the same universe as Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. The uses of public domain properties is once again on our minds.
Public domain, for those who don't know, are properties on which the copyright has expired and are now able to be used freely. Some notable examples of this are the original Mickey Mouse, the works of Shakespeare, and Sherlock Holmes, many of which have had films made about them because their ability to be used without copyright issues. While this discussion started with our thoughts on public domain, we wanted to later expand it to greater conversations on originality, what we think that is, how necessary we believe it to be in today's cinematic landscape. We'll get to that in a moment, but for now, what do you both think of this so-called Poohniverse of films?
I gotta have a confession real quick.
Yeah.
This has landed with me. I unironically have a fear of Winnie the Pooh, so I am the target audience for this movie. I will not see it because I haven't seen the first one. I will not see the second one. I'm scared, and I might be the only person in the world who actually is.
Maybe.
So, on paper, to me, it works. But then you look at the poster, and it looks absolutely insane. I could not tell you a single character on that poster.
It's very
no
strange.
idea who any of them are supposed to be. What do you think, Anthony?
Okay, it exists. It exists.
I mean, have you seen it, or am I mistaken?
I haven't seen it
Okay.
because I have some self-respect left.
Sure,
Fair enough.
But actually, that's a lie. But I mean,
Independent of one another, but you still haven't seen it.
look, why? Like, what? There's nothing actually interesting about the idea of Winnie the Pooh is a slasher villain.
Right.
I've read creepypasta from 2010 that's more interesting and actually scary than that. You know, I mean, Suicide Mouse starring the original Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse, that was scarier than whatever is going on here.
Hey, don't jinx it. They'll make it a movie.
Make it a movie.
I mean, he's public domain now.
It's true.
I've already seen like 5 analog horrors about Winnie the Pooh and all that, you know, so, I mean, they make analog horror out of everything. I don't know, it's ridiculous.
I mean, listen, what this is right, someone taking a public domain character and sort of mapping it onto the trappings of an easily marketable genre movie, right? It's a slasher film, and they're taking a character that we all know, an idea that we all are familiar with, and they're putting it into it. And so that makes me think of things that are doing that with maybe ideas that aren't necessarily characters that we already know, but the genres are familiar, right? There are a lot of movies like that we have nowadays. Most horror movies that are successful are able to be understood by audiences because they're within a genre that we get, like something like we were talking about Immaculate earlier, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's none horror movies are all over the place.
Like, overdone.
Sure, that's a
sense.
fair argument.
But
yeah.
this Sydney Sweeney movie, it does do new things, I believe. I don't think I've seen this plot anywhere else. I could be wrong. But it exists, and it's fun. You know, it's not, I didn't get scared. But within the horror genre, it works because it hits those same notes, but it has some original ideas. And I think that's what we need. I think everything needs at least like a touch of originality because like you look at, you know, people talk about cinema today as just reboots, just like those requels everyone talks about. But
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Kung Fu Panda 4, yeah.
Ghostbusters has now a new sort of line of movies.
We get the new Godzilla one as well. So we are losing that sense of originality somewhat.
Yeah.
But those underground movies, not underground per se, but like, you know, the cheaper ones, the ones that not everyone will see that aren't blockbusters. I would say most of those have some kind of originality to them, and that's what we need to be seeing. That's what we need to be preserving.
And they gain, even if small audiences, very dedicated audiences.
Oh, 1,000%.
Pretty quickly.
It's interesting to bring up Immaculate because that one could technically be argued as like, not exactly unoriginal, but like it could be argued as like Rosemary's Baby
Derivative, maybe?
crossed with like a nunsploitation movie.
Sure.
But at the same time, I think also like if it brings something new to the table, if it's just done in a new and unique way, like just before the show, we were talking about Sean Baker, the director of Florida Project and Red Rocket, and he takes a lot from neo-realist movies from like the 1940s and 1950s, like, you know, Vittorio Sotoro with Bicycle Thieves.
Yeah.
And, you know, fundamentally you can feel his influence, but he brings something new. You're not just getting you're not just getting the experience of Bicycle Thieves when you watch Red Rocket as something new.
He's working in sort of 21st century America in an interesting way, yeah.
Yeah, or you can think about Paul Schrader, who has admitted that he's basically just ripped off Robert Bresson's Pickpocket.
He just keeps ripping from his favorite movies, which a lot of filmmakers
we love it.
do.
We love when his protagonists write in journals about their inner turmoil.
Exactly. And the Rosemary's Baby connection you made with Immaculate, like the director of that movie and the screenwriter have both sort of admitted that Rosemary's Baby is a major influence. Right. They're open about that. They're not trying to hide that.
Yeah, but it's an influence, not a rehash.
They're not ripping it off and rehashing it. I also, in terms of public domain, getting back to that, there are a lot of genres where it's maybe more worked in more naturally, harder to tell that something is working off a public domain, or it's open about its public domain sort of the seed of its, like, where it comes from, but it meshes more, like, much better, and audiences are maybe more naturally receptive to it. What I'm trying to get at, I guess, is Anyone But You. We were talking about before this.
Oh, yeah.
Which is based on a Shakespeare play. It's based on Much Ado About Nothing, which it was not super open about, but once you understand that, the movie works just as well as it would have if you didn't.
I love Shakespeare reboots.
Yeah.
Not reboots, just retellings.
10 Things I Hate About You is a big one.
I like the Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet. That's a good one.
Movie. Yeah.
A classic, Romeo and Juliet, for anyone who hasn't seen that.
Here we are. We've arrived at the reason for this discussion.
We've arrived.
Is Romeo
Who
and
cares
Juliet.
about the Poohniverse? We got to talk about Taron Egerton as...
He wasn't in that.
Is he in those movies?
He's Romeo.
No, he's
That's
not. It's
James
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy.
What?
It's not Rocket
Oh
Man.
my God.
It's not Rocket Man. It's
before-
Professor X.
That was before anyone even knew who Taron Egerton
Yeah, it was before
was.
King-
This is heartbreaking. I have lived my entire life thinking Taron Egerton. Is he not in those movies
They're
at
not
all?
even from the same
He's not
country.
even in those movies.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Isn't James McAvoy like?
Does he play
Scottish?
Sherlock
He is
Gnomes?
Scottish. No, Sherlock Gnomes is played by Johnny Depp.
That's a whole different.
Sherlock Gnomes is Johnny
Why
Depp.
do we talk? Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. This is heartbreaking.
How did you? So when you saw Sherlock Gnomes as a kid,
I didn't
you
see
probably
Sherlock
didn't-
Gnomes.
Why are we
I only
not-
saw Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Romeo and Juliet. Right. When you watched that movie, you didn't know what Romeo
I didn't know
and
who
Juliet
Taron Egerton was.
You didn't know who any of these. You didn't know about Shakespeare. You weren't a Shakespeare fan in elementary school, probably.
I feel like everyone knows.
But
I feel like
everyone,
you come out the
everyone
womb
knows
knowing
this story,
Romeo and
right? You don't
Juliet.
need to really.
No, you don't know the. Yes, no. I know the story.
Yeah.
I didn't need to read the book going in.
It's not one of those things where you're like, oh, if I don't know Romeo and Juliet, because you just do. It's one of those things where you just know what that is.
But with movies like Anyone But You, I didn't know that story going in.
Right.
But I don't think I needed to.
And because it's with something as old and sort of hallowed as that, you have, like, you understand sort of the dynamics very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enemies to Lovers.
Exactly.
Classic.
Yes, it's classic.
Everyone. Is that original?
Is that
Maybe
right?
not.
I feel like that gets to the conversation of, like, what's the point of telling an original story? Like, because there's no such thing as telling a story that's never been told before, is what I mean to say.
I mean, maybe that was technically. Was he the first? Was Shakespeare the first to do enemies to lovers?
Enemies to Lovers?
Maybe it was. Maybe it's
We'd need more
super
research
original
on that,
because
I guess.
he was the first one to do it.
Maybe.
I think it just ultimately depends on like execution, because like if you're there's been so many like body horror, like The Thing knockoffs, but none of them, but a lot of them just have this influence where it's like, look, it's like the practical effects, it's the gore,
Right.
But they don't actually bring anything. They just want to be John Carpenter, but no one is John Carpenter
Sure.
except John Carpenter. Think about all the.
Who sits on his couch playing Call of Duty all day, which
Hell yeah,
more power to him, honestly.
That's the life. That's the life. But in a weird way, Friday the 13th, which was meant to be a ripoff of Halloween,
became its own phenomenon.
became its own phenomenon and had its own identity.
Yeah.
I don't know. But what's something original that is coming out that either of you are looking forward to?
Interesting. An original movie that's coming out soon.
Megalopolis with Francis Ford
Sure.
Coppola's new movie.
I mean, it's already out, but Love Lies Bleeding, I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited to see that, to be honest. And
That's a
I'm
fun
probably
one.
seeing that
Very good
tomorrow,
movie.
so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm trying to think. Oh my God.
What about Cuckoo with Hunter
Oh
Schafer?
yes, I
There's
just
one.
saw that
That's a great
trailer
one.
and I got scared, dude.
Horror movie.
That one looks freaky.
Yeah.
I don't even like horror
Dan
movies.
Stevens, big fan.
But I'll go see Hunter Schafer in anything.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So I think I'll take that one.
Those are all great movies, I think.
Horror is interestingly like probably the easiest to get original stories done because it doesn't require as much cash. It's a profitable genre. You don't have to really. It's not like getting an original science fiction film made.
Sure.
I feel like it's that it could go either way. You could rehash something that's been done a million times before.
People see it.
Or you could have the coolest, most original idea ever,
Yes.
and people will still see
People
it.
see it because they love horror films.
Yeah. I don't. I'm scared of them.
You're scared?
I will not see Winnie the
Any
Pooh, Blood and
horror-
Honey.
I won't see it either.
I will
but
not.
I don't know that because
Why'd
I'm
you watch
scared.
Immaculate?
I didn't know it was scary.
You
I thought
saw
it was
the
just-
poster.
It was just Sydney Sweeney.
With blood on her collar.
She's got blood on her collar. Dude, I didn't read it too hard. That's crazy.
No, that was chapstick ketchup. That's what it was.
I just don't think I saw. I was just like, God movie.
You're into the religious part of Immaculate.
Love religion,
That's
dude.
the
God's
imagery
Not
you
Dead. That is on my top 4.
You're there every weekend for Pure Flix' new movies.
Yeah, and I
Kevin Sorbo.
praise the Lord every time.
And this is where we announce our new segment, Getting Religious with Elle.
Yeah, every recommendation that we do on every episode is now going to be a Pure Flix original. We have.
Just you wait for that with the news with Dante, which is coming up next.
Oh, fantastic.
Amazing.
Hey, extra Emersonians, a lot's happened over the last couple weeks. Let's get right into it. The Penguin, a spin-off to Matt Reeves' The Batman, has released its trailer for its first season. This comes after the news that The Batman Part 2 has been delayed to a 2026 release date and will potentially begin filming next April. The recently released film Late Night with the Devil, written and directed by Cameron and Colleen Carnese, is under fire for its controversial use of AI art. It was used for the 3 still images during the television transitions in the film. Having such a popular film utilize art not even a year after SAG-AFTRA and WGA strike that called for regulations on the use of AI is a huge deal. Directors and many others who have seen the film claim that its use of AI is minimal and unimportant. Others disagree, viewing its use of AI as an act against artistic integrity. OpenAI is reportedly scheduled to have meetings with major Hollywood studios in an effort to encourage filmmakers and studios to form partnership with them and encourage studios to potentially use AI in their work. Grab your Blue Milk and Ewok stuffed animal and buckle in because the 9 movie Star Wars marathon may be coming to a theater near you. On May 4th in 13 theaters around the U.S., Star Wars fans will embark on the 20-hour Skywalker saga in more theaters. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, will be celebrating its 25th anniversary and returning to the big screen, so make sure to grab your tickets. A slew of movies have been announced since we last met. Let's go through them in a quick recap. Eddington is a modern-day Western directed by Ari Aster and starring Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone, and Pedro Pascal. Joe Dante, director of Gremlins, returns with a Little Shop of Halloween, horrors based on the classic about a killer planned, brought to you by the same producer as the original. The Cat in the Hat returns a new animated movie starring Bill Hader as the cat. The creator of Infinity Train is turning the hit video game Among Us into an animated series, starring Randall Park, Elijah Wood, Ashley Johnson, and many other notable names. Margot Robbie's Lucky Chap Studios is producing a Sims movie based on the iconic life simulation franchise. While no cast has been announced yet, Kate Herron, the director of Loki Season 1, is set to direct. And finally, Happy Gilmore is getting a Netflix sequel, with Adam Sandler returning to write and star in it. And now for this episode's film recommendation, this time we have John Waters' Cecil B. Demented, released in 2000. It parodies both the film industry and cinephiles, with Stephen Dorff, Maggie Gyllenhaal, and more starring as rogue filmmakers who kidnap a famous actress played by Melanie Griffith and force her to play the lead in their film with violence, hilarity, and integrity. This is definitely a movie worth checking out. Thanks for tuning in to the news this episode.
Welcome back to the studio. As you know, this season on Extra Emerson, we're highlighting some outstanding productions and speaking with the people who bring them to life. On today's episode, we're speaking with Hell Inc., and please welcome the horned man himself, Satan.
What happened to the EPs?
I fired them. They're all gone. It's just me.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Satan, what the hell is Hell Inc. about?
I'm so glad you asked.
Shameful.
Hell Inc. is a bit of a 3-part mini-series all about these 2 demons who work for me. Their names are Fink and Snaggy or something like that. They work for me. They mess up. They accidentally send these 2 good souls up to heaven. Actually, they're bad souls. Scratch that. They're horrible souls. They send them up to heaven. They have to go get them back. And they meet a bunch of colorful characters along the way, including me, God, and, my arch-rival, Jesus Christ. So, yeah.
Now, how did you nail down the aesthetic of Hell when you were first designing it?
I'm glad you asked. Well, back before, right after the Big Bang, I want to say, we were going through this design, and we figured, what's more hellish than an office, You die, and then one day, you wake up after death, and you're stuck working for eternity. That's the worst hell I could think of.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah. So that's how we did that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What's it like working with those coworkers down there?
It's horrible. To be honest, I don't really work with them. I sit in my office all day and I do, Satan things. It takes a lot to run hell. But I assume that, I've been told that the morale is very good. That's what I've been told. Surprisingly, for hell, you'd think everyone would be sad and depressed, but I've been told it's very good. The crew, we like to call them the crew, they get along very well. And the cast, there's a cast too, they also get along with each other very well. So, yeah. There's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of, cooperation. It's great, yeah.
All words you would not use to describe hell.
I know.
High productivity in hell, a lot of boulder pushing.
You never think.
Well, anyways, with all that said, what's next for Hell Incorporated? I mean, we're talking so much about like what Hell Incorporated is like. Well, what's going on next?
We're thinking, follow me here. Season 2, all right? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we get the camera crew back, we get the cast back, and we're filming a season 2. It's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be better, it's gonna be bolder. Speaking of bolder, like you said, but yeah,
I love it.
Bit of a, yeah, all right.
Shameful.
Well, yeah, I say picture this, but we're already started filming, so yes.
Oh my
very
goodness.
exciting. Big things are coming.
I can't wait.
That's insane.
We also have some comics to be on the lookout for, and just more general marketing stuff. We'll just be putting up some character highlights, maybe some more trailers for season 1, and yeah, get excited. And season 1 itself is coming, so get excited for that.
I can't wait.
That's interesting. We're promoting season 2, but season 1 hasn't even come out. That's interesting.
Well, we're doing the full sweep. We're doing the full sweep. You got to promote it all in one go.
That's true.
As our final question for you today, I know I'm very curious about this.
Oh.
Are we going to hell?
That's a good question. You're great. You're going great. You're going right up. They've got a halo with your name on it. They're polishing it as we speak. You, on the other hand, I know what you say about the Italians in a couple minutes. It's not pretty. It sends you right down. You've got a nice office seat, a business desk. You've got a little plaque. We spelled your name wrong. So just get ready for that. Yeah. You see that?
I didn't know. Where's your family from?
My family?
In Italy. Where's your family from?
In Italy. Oh, right. The thing I just said. Yeah, they're from, I don't know, small town right outside Naples, I want to assume. Are there towns in Italy? All right. Well, this one can't help me. They hate the Italians.
Sure you're from
in
Italy?
shock. I'm
Are
going
you sure
to hell.
from Italy?
Oh my God.
No, I'm not, to be honest. I'm eons of years old. I don't even think there was an Italy when I was born. Just a wee little angel in someone's arms before I fell from grace.
Actually, wait, I was going to ask that. Like, you mentioned that at the Big Bang you designed hell, but weren't you still serving, like, God and heaven and all that during that time?
It's a loose timeline. It's a loose timeline.
That doesn't line up with Bible lore.
Right, I'm a fibber. I went to hell. I mean, I don't tell the truth. I'm an unreliable narrator.
That's all for Helling. But stick around, because we've got an exclusive clip to show you.
Oh.
Check it out.
It's a good bit. You're going to love it.
Now, here's what you're gonna do. You two are gonna take these disguise halos, you're gonna sneak up to heaven, and you're gonna get those souls back.
What?
Wait, heaven? No, anywhere else but there. Can't someone else do it?
Oh, can't someone else do it? No! You prong shrimp. You guys got yourselves into this mess, and you are gonna get yourselves out. Oh, and you better not mess this up, or I swear I am gonna shove you up you.
Wait, how's that
She's
gonna
smaller,
work?
she's going up you.
Yeah, but like she's not that small.
That's
Disgusting.
just how it works.
It's
It's just the
disgusting.
right.
It's like she's like 5'5".
Get out! Get out! Get out! My God, you guys are giving me an ulcer. I swear to God, I can feel it. A little hole right in my stomach is starting to form.
Thanks again to Helling for coming on our show, and to Satan for making a special appearance.
We have no idea where Satan went, but that's none of our concern. Not when we can play a game instead.
For this week's variety special, we're playing our very own version of the game Chameleon. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the game, we will all be given a film genre, and 3 of us will also be given a name of the film in that genre. Based on the film, we will have to make one statement to show that we know which film has been selected. The challenge is, there's one of us who doesn't know, and they'll also have to make a statement in an attempt not to give away that they don't know which film we're talking about.
When the round is over, everyone will have to guess who the liar is, while the liar will have to trick us into believing it's not them. 1 point will be awarded to everyone who guesses the liar, and a point will be awarded to the liar if they can accurately guess which film was selected. Why don't we get started? Our first category is comedy movies. JR, please pass us the notes cards.
Oh, thank you. Anthony, would you like to give us a statement?
I thought that was your statement. I got really upset for a second.
Don't give it away.
Orange people. There's my statement.
Okay.
It's 2 words a statement.
I guess. Let me think. Childhood staple.
Black hair. What?
This is not a comedy.
Black hair. It makes sense.
It's so obviously you, it's not
not
even
me. It's
funny.
not me.
Are you kidding me?
It's not me.
Like, some of these, I could understand where, like, what did you say, Francis?
Childhood staple.
Childhood staple, I could see it could be a few of these.
Okay, one of the characters has black hair. One of the main characters.
Well, that's like every movie ever made.
Movie ever. Are you joking?
But he's like, his hairstyle is like very notable.
Distinctly notable black hair
Yes,
in this movie.
yes.
Like,
Okay, you could have, like,
Yes.
again, I feel like every movie has that.
there was
Okay, fine. Trees.
No, you don't
You
have to
can't
change
say
it.
another
You don't have
one.
to change
Bro
it.
broke the rules. Bro broke the rules.
Okay.
Wait,
what
actually, I think I might know what he said.
He gets
that.
He gets it.
You broke
It's-
the rules, but now I don't actually know if.
Now I think it's
Now I
France.
think-
Elle, what's your movie?
That was your take.
What was your statement again?
Not a comedy.
Not a comedy. Okay.
Like,
wait.
when
Okay,
I,
Based
when I
on what
think
you
of
said,
this-
I think it actually might
Okay.
be Elle.
No,
It's
no,
not-
no, 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 no.
It's not Anthony.
When I think of this movie,
It's not Anthony.
like
Anthony's
I
was way
don't
too
think of it as a
specific.
funny
But
movie.
Anthony went first.
Okay.
I think
hold on.
let's make our
I'm gonna
guesses.
pick,
Ready?
and you can't pick 2.
I think it's one of you two. That's what I'm saying.
You have
I
to
think
pick
it's
no,
one.
it's not. I know it's
Hold
not
on.
Anthony.
I'm counting
I know
down.
it's not Anthony.
3, 2, 1.
L.
Dante.
What?
Well, okay. Oh, I have the most. Okay.
Was it you?
No, it's the Lorax, right?
Who was it?
I have the Lorax.
I have the Lorax too.
I don't know.
I suck, apparently.
What did
According
you
to
get?
JR,
What
it
did you
says
get?
you suck.
I got
Oh, damn.
So I was the chameleon.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I
talking about O'Hare.
Do I get a point for that? For
O'Hare,
knowing
that's
it's
why-
him?
He does have notable, but black is not the most notable thing about the hair.
You were talking about O'Hare, not
Yeah.
the Onceler?
Yes. Once or doesn't. He's like
Yes,
a green.
he does.
He wears a green beanie. Half the
Yes,
movie. He wears a green beanie.
Okay, let's
See, that's not weird.
He wears a he has a
Fedora.
he has a fedora. He has a fedora half the
Oh
movie.
my God.
He has a fedora. You do not see his
Okay,
hair.
you know what? Let's
Yes,
have
you
them all
are.
join. Let's have them all join.
No, okay.
don't see
If you
the
would have
Francis
gone,
all right. Our next category is sci-fi, science fiction movies.
JR.
Let's go.
JR said-
Round 2.
you're pissing me off. What are you talking about?
That was really funny.
Not that hard of a decision.
See, if you had said like L hair,
Oh, that's
I have Onceler hair.
That'd be mean though.
No, but it would have been funny. All right, Francis.
Oh, all right. Okay. Maybe the original movie about computers.
Okay.
Trying to think what to say. I've never seen this movie. It was very iconic, and then it became more iconic as it went on because it got like more. I feel like it has like there's a lot of.
Dig yourself into a
it's
hole here.
it's used in pop culture a lot, especially at certain theme parks. I'm not going to say which ones because I would give it away.
God damn it.
That is.
You stole my answer.
Outrageously confident answer.
I was gonna say a new ride.
Okay.
Where?
I'm not saying where.
Okay.
What? Literally me.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing about that. Is in any other game, I would be like, it's Anthony. But we've played this before, and you give really cryptic answers, and you also sometimes do that when it's not, when you're not the chameleon.
Okay, I actually haven't seen this movie. Can somebody describe the main character so I can?
I don't even. It's just like a
Is
guy.
it-
Like I've never seen.
Oh,
it either,
just a
so
guy. Okay,
I've
then
never
it's
seen it
Anthony.
either. So like I don't actually.
You
Okay,
are
I
just a
think
guy.
I honestly think it's Anthony because he said literally me, and I think it's about Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling is not in this movie.
I don't think Ryan Gosling's in. Oh no,
He's not in
He's
this
in one
movie.
of these movies.
He's
But
not in this movie. He's quite literally not.
he's not in this movie.
Francis, what was your
So I'm
answer?
voting Anthony.
My answer was like the original computer movie.
That's
Original
awesome.
Does this
movie.
movie even have computers in it?
It's either you guys, one of you guys. I don't know.
I think it might be. I feel like you. The thing is, I feel like you're the only
voting
one of us who
Anthony.
has
I'm
seen
not
this
taking
movie,
Anthony.
but that's still. I'm still
No,
suspicious.
I agree with you. I'm also voting Anthony.
Yeah. Okay, ready? And we're all pointing.
And
we
we're
have to
all-
still point.
It was.
Oh,
me.
whoa.
Okay.
Wow,
So we all.
Can we show
all
that on Extra Emerson? That's crazy.
Can they show that on TV?
What is? Oh, it's a middle finger
I
that
was
drawn.
the imposter.
So the movie was Tron.
It was Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said literally me. I'm like, bro.
I mean, I can be Jeff Bridges. No, I can't.
You wish.
Yeah.
What was yours again? What did you say?
I said,
We both
that
talked about the
goes.
Disney
Steampunk
ride.
Hey, we're just all just gonna
Disney
throw this on the
Oh my
ground.
God.
JR said it again.
Low.
That was terrifying.
Dante, third
Our
category.
third category is romance movies. Hey, it's okay, JR.
It's okay.
Romance.
Romance.
Romance. I love romance.
Do you?
We're just going in order this time.
What's it like?
Thank you.
I don't want to talk about
Aha. Okay.
Start us off.
it. I'm trying to think. I have not seen it. I have not seen this movie. I haven't actually seen any movie on the romance list, which is really bad. Not even Twilight. Have not seen La La Land. But I would say out of all these movies, it is the most.
I was in shock
It
right now.
It definitely like has the most iconic. It's the most iconic of all these movies. By far.
That could.
Not by far, but
maybe.
like one of the most iconic movies. Definitely in the conversation.
Okay.
You haven't seen Casablanca?
All right, go.
Casablanca.
Make a statement.
This movie is. The ending is dumb. It could be.
Sure.
It could be solved very easily.
I mean, I think that that's old news, but we'll talk about that. Oh man.
Why are you going next?
Why am I going next?
Anthony turn.
Oh, you go next. Yeah, sorry.
Well, you know what they say. We can never be him, and fundamentally, there was a movie that made a lot of people realize, damn, I really have no game.
Yeah, I don't even think you need to go.
Oh.
That's crazy.
One of the great movies in the water canon.
Yeah.
Great for water.
Yeah.
Great for
All right.
water PR.
Anthony, what kind of answer was that?
Yeah. What
It's
was
true.
that?
Do you
But
think,
that's
like-
true about any romance movie.
No, I'm pretty sure if it was her. Wow, I just gave it away like that.
What do you mean you gave it away? That's not
That it's not her.
like, if it
Anthony,
was-
3, 2, 1, Anthony.
I think. Well, it was just but it's just completely
It's
random. So I do
absolutely
think.
you.
This is anti-Italian discrimination.
I'm also Italian.
Extra Emerson loves Italians. We eat pasta every night.
Stop.
Mamma Mia. JR
JR is giving us
hate
a
Italians.
vigorous thumbs down.
I don't think I can say
Oh,
that.
that's not.
You can't
I
say
just-
that.
Not.
You can't say
Not.
that.
That's not. Oh my.
Okay, but we all think it's Anthony.
Okay, it's Anthony.
I think it's L.
It's neither of you guys. It was me.
Oh wow.
What did you
What
say?
did you say again?
I said like it's the most iconic out of the movie. Out of the
fuck.
What
That's
movie
Titanic,
was it?
So
by the way,
obvious.
for those keeping score at home.
What was it?
It was Titanic.
Titanic.
Oh, I was right.
So you were right. That's the thing. I was like, oh sure, that's an easy thing to say.
I thought because if it was her, I would have been.
Okay. I mean,
They don't go off
okay.
the table.
Give me the horror movies,
let's go.
please. I'm sorry, I should ask
I better not
nicely.
be winning the poop line, honey. As there's the drive. Deep left field.
Switching it up this time.
All right. Oh, I forgot it's my turn. You know what? I'll say it, and this might be a hot take. I don't think it was that scary.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. You could just lie.
That's not really a hint. It's more of an opinion.
Right.
Why are you flaming me right now? You say one thing about the Italians, and all of a sudden,
That
oh
could
my!
be any of these movies.
You can consider any of them not.
I said Titanic was dumb. That was an opinion.
Yeah, but your hint was that's not really scary. That's not really a hint.
But you said
It's
the ending
more-
was dumb. It could have been easily be solved. That's like more specific.
Okay, God, jeez. I hated this movie so much when I saw it.
Okay.
That like I really don't. Like I don't know what a good clue would be besides like I talk about it as I hate this movie. I'm very verbal about it.
Okay. Who's next?
Anthony goes next. It's a circle.
You cannot have anything in Detroit.
I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
That's a different. I know what you're referring to, and that's a different movie.
No, this is that movie.
Oh God.
Okay.
This is falling
I'm getting
apart.
caught up on that, and I won't. But I feel like
We might.
a
We'll
mistake has been made.
Now I know you're the imposter.
Well, okay, great. Good for you that you think
Just
that.
say your line.
It's so funny. It's like
Sex. I don't know.
Have not seen this. Haven't even seen the trailer, but it has
I haven't seen it. Yeah, that's why I was trying to think of something and I couldn't.
Pennywise, but no. It makes
Whoa.
sense. Think of the name of the movie and then think of Pennywise.
Oh my.
You know what I mean?
You just gave it away.
Oh, I did give it away.
That was like, you said my hint was too vague. Are you kidding me? That was like, you
Dante
just said it.
just laid it out like.
Well,
So it's not Dante.
yay.
You think it's Francis?
I think it's you. It's either you.
I'm really confused. I honestly don't know who it is.
I have not seen the movie, so I don't know if it takes place in Detroit or not. I don't know.
Because I
will say
think you're
this.
referring to a different movie that's not even on this.
You don't
list.
talk to me about this movie at all. And you were like, I talk about this
I've
movie. You
seen
do
this
not.
movie like 3 times.
No, I absolutely
You
did.
definitely don't.
No, when we, yeah.
When?
Okay.
Over
I'm-
Halloween, when we talked about watching it, I was like, I know, I hate this movie.
I don't know who to. I'm
What? Me?
Is that 2 for Francis?
Buddy, no.
That's 2 for Francis.
That is 2 for Francis. Was it Francis?
no.
It was me.
I told you.
Oh, I was gonna guess you. And then
I think the most blatant lie I've ever told in my life.
But wait,
I've
what's the
never
movie?
even heard of it.
What's
It's
the
It
movie?
Follows, because you gave it away.
It Follows, which is set in Detroit.
It's in a
There's
suburb,
that
is
Twitter
it not?
meme that's like the Barbarian review that was like,
What?
You can't have shit in Detroit was like the big
You
thing
can't
on the
say
poster.
that on air.
Barbarian
You
wasn't
said it
the-
already.
Barbarian wasn't the first horror movie to be.
Cue us out of here, Francis.
I know, that's why I got confused.
Get us out of here, bro.
All right. this was a disaster. That's a wrap on our spin on Chameleon. Congrats to the. I can't read.
It's me and Dante.
Yay! I won
And
something.
Dante. You've won our
also
undying.
won.
You've won our undying love and affection.
I don't want that.
And to
Can I refund
you
that?
and to our amazing viewers, we will see you next time on the final episode of Extra Emerson Season 2.
bro,
The
no.
season finale. That's it. Take us home.